This video is about Strange's keyboard modes, its arpeggiator, Chiptune Polyphony and JoyStick Performance settings. We'll start off with this early Philip Glass music in 12 parts inspired loop, and then bring Strange in its normal operation. We're in D minor. We enter the keyboard modes by holding G sharp and turning Z. Anything before noon selects the arpeggiator. Notes are live selected but clocked, and the behaviour of the arpeggiator is subject to the position of the joystick. Rightwards causes up behaviour with successive octaves added the further you push the stick. The same behaviour works in the opposite direction by moving the joystick left to go down. Forward engages the up-down behaviour, again in successive octaves. These are, of course, arpeggiator staples, but Strange has one completely unique behaviour. Pulling the joystick back engages crosshatch, our take on up-down, where the ups and downs are displaced in alternating octaves. In keyboard mode, X and Y change their functions. Y controls octave without the need for a keyboard combination, because of course the keyboard is live. And X controls semitone transpose. All of Strange's TrEG functions are also available to the arpeggiator. We need to come out of keyboard mode briefly to engage them. I turn Z counterclockwise and dial in some decay, sustain and attack. Note the new firmware includes a bar graph representation of the values. Back to the arpeggiator with G sharp and Z. And the TrEGs we dialed in are probabilistically determined just as they would be in Strange's ordinary operation. Let's return there now and cancel those TrEGs to look at another function. The new firmware requires that you catch the old value by sweeping through it before you can change it. I'm going to increase the speed of Strange's external clock by a factor of 3 to give me very rapid triplets, but I'll also apply an internal division by 3 to bring the clock down to a more manageable level. We'll see why in a moment. Back to the arpeggiator. And what I'm going to do off camera is open up the filter being controlled by the TrEGs. You'll still hear the effect of the TrEGs, but you'll also hear the backbeat notes coming through as I open up the filter. While the TrEGs are clock divided, Strange's voltage output isn't. It is always operating at the main clock speed. This opens up a wonderful opportunity to create polyrhythm and implied isorhythm as the TrEG division interacts with the main clock and the number of notes that you've held down, as well of course as the arpeggiator behaviour selected with the joystick. Let's introduce two higher voices pre-sequenced in the alto and soprano ranges. Now let's explore the other two keyboard modes. Turning Z past noon engages Chiptune Polyphony. Individual notes simply play with a fixed on-off TrEG designed to control externally gated envelope generators. More than one note very rapidly alternates between them, such that you get a kind of pseudo-polyphony chiptune effect. Engaging the joystick at the same time can achieve really quite wild effects, as the rapid alternations are swept through the octave divisions controlled by the joystick position in the directions and ranges we met earlier. The third keyboard mode is Performance Mode, engaged by turning Z fully clockwise. Here, the keyboard operates exactly as before, but the joystick's internal functions are disabled to permit external patching of the X and Y directions, typically directly to VCO pitch and filter cutoff, to create a surprisingly performative little keyboard. Let's add a rapid ostinato in the higher registers as a counterpoint. And finally, let's explore the arpeggiator again, this time with some added harmonic context in the bass. The hope, as always, being that Strange is seen as an instrument to be played, this time live.